Guys, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, depending on where you are watching from. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Welcome to BMS News. We all know that the 2023 presidential election, all the candidates say that they are going to remove fuel subsidy, and especially Bola Ahmed Tinubu, Atiku Abubakar, and Peter Obi. All of them mention removal of fuel subsidy.
80% of companies that are collapsed in Nigeria were killed by government indebtedness.
But it seems that some persons are misquoting Peter Obi. I was in a church last Sunday where a priest was saying that Peter Obi also talked about removal of fuel subsidy. Yes, we all know that. But one thing that caught me where Peter Obi is that the method which he said that he's going to use to remove fuel subsidy is not the method which Bola Ahmed Tinubu used. Yes, we are not saying that both of them should use the same method, but Bola Ahmed Tinubu told us that he has removed fuel subsidy. He didn't even tell us his next plan about the money that will be removed from fuel subsidy. What is he going to use it to do? The pains which people are facing. He didn't even mention all those things. He just told us that he has removed fuel subsidy. Guys, let's hear to Peter Obi when he was getting to the court yesterday, being 6th of June. He was interviewed by Channels TV, and he has to talk about how he would have removed the fuel subsidy. Please, this video I'm going to show us now, the credit is from Symphony. Please, we do not own the right of this video. Watch the video, share the video, like our channel, and please don't fail to subscribe to this channel, please.
1 minute, sir. I want to interview you, sir. I want to interview you, sir.
I hope it's not about this one.
It's like I've been called up for the policy implications, sir. Yes. I want you to comment.
Yes.
Subsidy removal you are talking from. Can you give us clarity on the kind of subsidy removal you're talking about?
No, it was not during my campaign. If you have followed me very well, right from the time I was a member of Jonathan's economic management team, I have consistently maintained that we need to remove subsidy. Because for me, it's organized crime. People were just stealing the resources of the country, and that crime has to stop. And I showed my own position in empirical data to show that the amount of fuel we consume is totally far ahead of what we should. I showed it in data comparing with countries like Pakistan, and it's very clear. So I maintained about its removal. And throughout my campaign, go and read my manifesto, I maintained about its removal. If you have a toothache and you go to a dentist, there's a difference between removing your tooth by applying anesthesia, which will alleviate your pain, and just pulling it out. The difference is that I believe it should be removed with conditions, and that condition has to apply. If I was involved, I would have shown in empirical statistical data how much we're going to save, where we are going to apply it, the gains for the people, so they can, just like I said all throughout my campaign, that I'm going to govern the people by being open, showing them empirically verifiable facts on how the country can be.
It's a wholesale package, and I think that's what we have both raised in the community, and the CNG is one of them.
Come with a more concrete reality and framework and alternative. The CNG alternative is better than the price even before the increment. Yeah, but if you check countries of the world like Kuwait, like Qatar and others, which large gas deposit, you will agree with me that it's a very viable alternative because the deposit here can sustain the country for the next 500 years. It's a clean energy, eco-friendly, and cheaper. I think the whole battle we are having now is the issue of the cost being at 500. And by our last meeting, during Silver's time, we were talking about 90, 90 naira. So if this government achieves an option or alternative that is even under 90 or 120 or whatever, I think every one of you will be clapping for them. So it's the willpower, to achieve this. So very viable alternative is done all over. So what we need is the willpower. And if we achieve that, I think there will be, a lot of success, a lot of progress so made. I believe that what we need is for them, to work unlike what we experienced before. By now, we should have gone far.
And says following the engagements between the federal government, TUC, and NLC, with the intervention of the Speaker, House of Representatives, to resolve the disputes that arose from the withdrawal of subsidy on PMS, the following resolutions were reached. 1. The federal government, the TUC, and the NLC to establish a joint committee to review the proposal for any wage increase or award and establish a framework and timeline for implementation. 2. The federal government, the TUC, and the NLC to review World Bank Finance Cash Transfer Scheme and propose inclusion of low-income earners in the program. As you are aware, the $800 million loan did not really capture the low-income government workers. So basically, we'll be talking about how to include them in that scheme. 3, the federal government, the TUC, and the NLC to revive the CNG conversion program earlier agreed with labor centers in 2021 and work out detailed implementation and timing. 4, the labor centers and the federal government to review issues hindering effective delivery in the education sector and propose solutions for implementation. 5, the labor centers and the federal government to review and establish the framework for completion of the rehabilitation of the nation's refineries. 6, the federal government is to provide a framework for the maintenance of roads and expansion of rail networks across the country. All other demands submitted by the TUC, and that's the 7th, all other demands submitted by the TUC to the federal government will be assessed by the joint committee. So consequently, ladies and gentlemen, the parties agreed as follows. 1, the NLC is to suspend the notice of strike forthwith to enable further consultations. 2, the TUC and the NLC to continue the ongoing engagements with the federal government and secure closure on the resolutions above. And finally, the labor centers and the federal government to meet on June 19th, 2023, to agree on an implementation framework. So this communique is signed by...
Guys, I hope this is not the same method Bajia Miller used on ASU. I hope that is not what they want to use on Labour. Well, let's see how everything goes. Subscribe to this channel if you are new. Share this video, like video. Don't forget to turn on your notification bell. We'll see you again.